The birthday balloons. Every year on my birthday, my dad would ruin the decorations. At least that's what we all said. My mom would spend hours turning the house into something out of a magazine. Streamers hanging perfectly from the ceiling, matching tablecloths, balloons arranged in giant, colorful arches. And every single year, without fail, Dad would walk in carrying a pocket knife. Then he'd pop one balloon. Just one. Pop. Everyone would groan. Seriously? Dad would just grin. There, now it's perfect. Nobody understood it. The decorations would be beautiful, and he'd deliberately ruin them. When I turned 8, he popped a blue balloon. At 10, a red one. At 13, a gold one. By 16, it had become family tradition. Guests expected it. My cousins would start counting down. 3, 2, 1, pop. The entire room would erupt with laughter. Mom always rolled her eyes. Dad always laughed. And every year he'd say the exact same thing. Perfect things make people nervous. We thought it was one of those weird dad sayings that didn't actually mean anything. After he died, we found hundreds of photographs in boxes stored in the garage. Every birthday, every Christmas, every graduation, thousands of pictures. One night, while sorting through them, I noticed something strange. The backs of many photos had notes written in Dad's handwriting. Most were simple. Emma's first bike. Jake lost his front tooth. Family picnic. Then I found a picture from my 10th birthday. On the back, he had written, Emma cried for 20 minutes because one balloon floated away before guests arrived. Broke my heart seeing her so worried. I smiled. That sounded like me. Then I found another. My 12th birthday. She spent all morning fixing decorations. Kept saying they had to be perfect. Another. Age 14. Emma didn't eat dinner because she was stressed about the party setup. Another. Age 16. This one made me stop breathing. Sometimes I think she inherited my fear of getting things wrong. Trying to teach her what took me 50 years to learn. I sat down. Suddenly I wasn't reading about balloons anymore. I was reading about me and him. I kept digging. The notes became more personal. Purposely popped the balloon first thing. She laughed afterward and stopped worrying about the decorations. Another. The second something becomes imperfect, everyone relaxes. Another. Maybe one day she'll understand why I do it. Then I found the final entry, written less than a month before he died. If she remembers one thing from me, I hope it's that joy survives imperfections. Perfection is fragile. Happiness isn't. I stared at those words for a long time. All those years I thought Dad was the joke, the goofy guy ruining decorations, the family clown. But he wasn't ruining anything. He was protecting us, protecting me. Every year he deliberately created a tiny flaw so nobody would spend the rest of the day chasing perfection. One popped balloon, one crooked streamer, one harmless imperfection. A reminder that the party mattered more than the decorations. I called my mom. Did you know why Dad always popped the balloons? There was silence. Then a small laugh. Of course. What? He started doing it after watching you have a meltdown when you were little. You knew? I knew. Why didn't you tell me? Another pause. Because he wanted you to figure it out yourself someday. This year was my daughter's 7th birthday. We spent all morning decorating. Everything looked perfect. Absolutely perfect. Then my daughter noticed one balloon hanging slightly lower than the others. She frowned. We need to fix that. I looked at the balloon, then at her. Then I walked over and gently popped it. Pop. The room went silent. My daughter stared at me like I'd lost my mind. Then I started laughing. A few seconds later, so did everyone else. And suddenly, nobody cared about the decorations anymore. Party had officially begun. Sometimes the things we think our parents got wrong were actually lessons we weren't ready to understand yet.